All right, how you doing, guys? It is the 20th of September, and I figured I'd jump in here because I haven't been on in a while, and I really do need to get better at this, being regular with doing this. Otherwise, it's not a very effective YouTube channel, is it? So that's going to be my goal: is to do this more often, get with you guys, talk about what's going on in our lives and what's happening with my health and Joan's health, and anyone who wants to join me, let me know. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell down below so that every time I go live on here, you'll see it. And then you can comment if you care to. We'd be glad to see some comments, that's for sure. So, what I wanted to talk about was exactly what it says right here. Here, Xero shoes. And the model is called Hana. A couple weeks ago, I did a shoe review on the Orangina or whatever that I bought off of the Zon. I'll show them to you again to give you a pretty good comparison of what these two shoes look like. Both of these shoes are what are considered minimalist barefoot shoes. I can take it another step further. I'll explain that in a minute. But basically, you're walking on almost nothing, and the heel, there is no heel. It's called zero drop. There is no rise in the midsole where your arch is. There's no arch support built into the shoe per se. There's a little bit, I'll show you that in a minute, on the inside, but the sole itself, there is none. There really is no arch support. And that's on purpose. It turns out that our foot is designed to flex, which is why we have an arch. And by putting more arch support in your shoe, you're creating what you could probably call a lazy arch. That's what some people are calling it. I'll put the shoe down for now. A lazy arch. So if you think about it, if your arch goes like this and you have something sitting on it and you step, it never flexes. But if you don't have anything supporting it, every time you step, your arch flexes. So that's the principle behind these shoes, is that your arch is designed to spread and contract. It's a muscle. And if you feel your arch, if you put your hand on your arch, you'll feel the muscle in your arch. Just stretch your toes. You'll feel the tendons. You'll feel all of that. It's all there. And this was really, I mean, guys, I've gone so deep into this stuff, it's insane. I'm not done buying Xero shoes. I need a couple more. I need a dressier pair. So when we go out, so I'll probably never go back to regular shoes. I took, two pairs of sneakers with me when we went to Gatlinburg last week. Took a pair of Saucony runners and a pair of Saucony walkers. And then I took my barefoot shoes. And I never put the Sauconys on. I wore the barefoots the whole time. And there's been some benefits to it, which I'll talk about in a little while. But for now, let's do a little look at the shoes. So this is, there we go. This is, as you can see, it has this faux 5-toe thing going on here. It's all one big shoe, okay? This is the sole, very, very traction oriented. There's a lot of grip here. So, like, I've worn these out into the National Forest at both, did I wear these? Yeah, I think I did. When we went to the Great Smoky last week, and I also wore these at Congaree National Forest when Joan's son was in town. We went and walked through there. So I'm walking through a national forest in basically shoes that are about that thin in the sole. Yeah, there it is. Just to give you an idea of what these are really like. You can take these and you can curl them up. I showed this on the last video. You just curl them up into a little ball like that. So easy. They twist like hello. I keep doing that. I keep going off camera. Why do I do that? I got to practice that. And also, you can just squeeze it like this. I mean, that's how easy, how thin these soles are. These are really, they're available on Amazon. ORANGINER. They're about $38, maybe more. I don't know. I haven't looked at them since I bought these. I think I spent $37 on these. They have reflective heels, so if you're walking at night, safety. They have a little bit of styling to them, but that toe, if you wore that, to someplace, they'd be like, "What are you wearing?" I don't care myself. I wear them when I feel like wearing them, but it's kind of awkward looking. No big deal. It's function over form, really. Some people say form over function, but not true. It's function over form. So I was so enamored with those shoes that I needed something that I could wear like a daily shoe. I mean, I wear these all the time when I walk. When I do it for my long extended walks, when I do 3 and 4 miles, I wear these. So imagine you guys, runners out there and all that. I walk 4 miles in that every day, and my feet don't hurt. Think about that for a second. Something to be said for it. Matter of fact, my feet are improving. I'll explain all that in a minute. So I searched high and low for a casual, let's call it sneaker. And I bought a pair of what are called Wittens or Whitens off of Amazon again, which are about a $30, $35 shoe, somewhere in there. And when I got them, there were a couple things that just didn't turn me on. Remember I told you about the insole in all of these shoes, these barefoot shoes, the insoles come out because a lot of people enjoy wearing them without the insole in there. This is without the insole. And this would be the insole. Okay. So as you can see, there's very little padding here. That's about it. They put a little bit of heel cup in there. Slight arch, very slight arch. I mean, I don't know if you can really see that, but that arch, that's not very much. And it's very thin. That's I'm going to call it the black ones because I can't say that word orangine or orangine or whatever. Anyway, so I went and bought the Wittens, and the insole nose had a ridge right where your toes would be. And it had a higher heel than toe. Like the toe was very thin, but the heel was more padded. And having worn the black ones for probably a month or so before I got that, I was so used to that flat foot walking that it was disconcerting to wear the Wittens. So I was stuck because there was only a couple shoes available, and one of them is called Xero Shoes. And Xero Shoes is out of Colorado, an upstart company. They were on Shark Tank. I don't think they got a deal on Shark Tank. I'm pretty sure they didn't. But it doesn't matter because guess what? They're selling thousands and thousands and thousands of shoes now to people who are into this style of shoe. And they came up with a pretty good looking sneaker, I think. I mean, if I'm going to wear something out in public, people don't like with the black ones, people find themselves looking at it going, what are you wearing? But when I wear these, all right, this, as you can see, again, zero drop, right? There is no heel there. And then there's how you spell it right there, Xero Shoes. And again, when you pull the insole out, which is really easy, you'll see that once again, I got to get close to here. There's the sole. There it is, right? There is almost no arch support there. And that's huge. I mean, there's a slight rise, but it's almost like a cup around your foot, but it's not support. And I mean, the thickness of that's the total thickness. I mean, there's nothing to it. As you can see, my finger submerged in that cup. So, and the toe is just about the same. So there's benefits to this. I wore these on the days we weren't out in the wild, when we were just walking around Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Sevierville, wherever we were out there in Tennessee last week. And I had no issues whatsoever. These are called Hanas. They are about $97 for the pair. They're made of canvas. I believe that might even be hemp canvas. I'm not sure. I have to look. But the company is eco-friendly. The company does a lot of, I mean, look how little sole there is on that shoe. They do add a little bit of styling with that. It's kind of neat. And they add this on the toe because truthfully, this is where you're going to possibly scar your shoe up the most. So they put that on there, but that doesn't look hideous. And you'll notice that it has the very wide toe box. Again, there is part of the joy of wearing these shoes because having that wide toe box allows your toes to spread out. If you think about a normal sneaker, they come to a point, right? I mean, they go this way. If you look at this, it kind of goes like that. It's not really a point where your big toe is. There's a point, sort of, and then trails off almost naturally to where your pinky toe would be. So your toes get to spread out. One of the things that was happening to there were two things that were happening to my feet. One was on my left foot, my big toe was forming a callus between my big toe and the first toe. Just a hard callus. Gone. A month in these shoes, that callus is gone. I also formed a callus on the sole of my foot, right at the ball of my foot, between my big toe and little toe, or actually it's right under the second toe. It's actually a firm piece of callus about 1 inch long. Since I've started wearing these shoes, that callus is wearing away and disappearing, which amazes me. So what I'll say is for me, both of these shoes fit a bill and function well. I would recommend if you even think about this to go try them out. The safest way to do that, as we all know, is to order them at Amazon. But having done all the rabbit hole gets deep for me when I do research on things. One of the things I will caution you about is don't try to wear them for a long time right away. Joan bought a pair. She wore them. We went out one day. We walked for about 5 miles, and she wasn't used to it. And her feet were killing her. My feet were fine, but I walk on these all the time. I built up to it. There is a learning curve for your feet for these shoes, if you can imagine. So that's sort of what I wanted to tell you about those shoes, that there are benefits to this. You do actually build up strength. You also learn not to pound your heel, which is huge because if you look at a running shoe today, they probably got you buy a pair of Hokas, you're getting this much heel, right? You're getting 5 to 7 times the heel that I have in these. Okay, this is the total heel right here in that shoe. There are people my age wearing Hokas because their feet hurt. Their feet hurt because they're pounding their heels into the ground every day when they walk because they have all this padding. They don't feel the ground. Kind of weird. It's kind of counterintuitive. But I feel everything I step on. Not painfully, but if I step on a rock, I know there's a rock there. If I step on a branch, I know there's a branch there. If I step on a limb, I know, like a tree trunk or a root, I can feel it. I can feel the shape of it. And that makes me aware of what I'm doing, and I'm not pounding my heel into the ground. So it's just something to consider. They're really cool shoes. Check them out. Whatever you do, also Xero has pretty good return policy also. So if you're not happy with them, I'm pretty sure they'll be able to take them back. There's a bunch of other companies that make them. I haven't tried their shoes yet, so I'm not going to comment on any of that because until I have tried the shoe personally, I'm not going to get my review of it. Just like I don't wear my Harley Davidson shirts anymore because I don't have a Harley Davidson. I'll wear this though. So that's the shoe review for today. I hope you have a great day. Stay healthy, stay happy, and as always, reach out if you're looking for better health. We would love to help you. All right, guys. think I'll give up the ghost on this one. See you later.